Welcome everyone to the Speaking Part 4 Making Predictions Analysis. Now, before we get started, I want to let you know that Part 4 is mainly for levels 5 to 6, okay? This means that this part will be very important for level 5 to 6 to do well on, okay? Now, for higher levels, you should be able to do well in this part, okay? It shouldn't be a difficult one for you. And so that's why it's more for levels 5 to 6. Secondly, I want to let you know about the Speaking Part 4 Making Predictions Tips and Strategies video. This video will give you a more detailed analysis on what tips or what strategies we can use for answering Part 4 more effectively, okay? So if you want that information, also I will be following the tips and strategies from that guide, okay? So I will leave a link in the description box to that video, and also will be in our Part 4 playlist, okay? Now, Part 4, we're going to do a sample from Volume 1 about the post office. And just to let you know, this is a continuation of Part 3. Same picture. Part 3, describing a scene, okay? If we just want to go back here, and let's go back to Speaking Part 3. And Part 3 had the post office, same picture. We did that. We uploaded that video. If you haven't seen that video, just go back a few to Part 3 playlist, or just go back a few videos. We recently uploaded that one. Part 3. Okay, so same picture for Part 4. What is the difference? Well, the difference is, okay, let me go back over here. That Part 4, it's the same picture, but it says always, in this picture, what do you think will most probably happen next? Okay? So, what will happen? So, for this video, I will be following the guide as I mentioned. And now, levels 5, 6, pay attention, okay? This is the part that is very important for you. Not making simple errors or not making too many, but also we need to show or demonstrate that we can use the simple future, meaning I will do or going to do. We need to demonstrate that we can use that, okay? Because that's how we say about the future. Will or going to. Okay? So keep that in mind, and I'm going to demonstrate that. And of course, about organizing a response, not much to organize here, but in general, we need to introduce the question and we need to give some ideas. Now, the best way that you can do it always is to make some connection between parts of the picture. And that's what I'm going to try and do today. Okay? So let's go over to my board here. Okay? We have the picture. Let's introduce the question. Very simple. I think several interesting situations will most likely happen next. Let me just get this one here. Okay, there we go. Okay? We can use that one all the time. So now about the ideas, everyone, we need to try to level 5, give as many simple sentences as you can. The boy will pay for something, the mother will give him something, they will give their letters, the children will get their package, the older lady will leave, everyone will go home. All these ideas are basic and simple. That is good for level 5, okay? Just make sure you use will or going to. I'll explain that a little more clearly. Now for level 6, we should try to connect some ideas. And level 5, you can learn from this. Okay, let's try to learn about what we can do. Okay, and this will help you get a higher six, get to 6. So here I go with the first idea. Okay, so firstly, maybe the mother will tell her son to buy some postage stamps and they'll put them on their letter. So the mother will tell her son to buy some postage stamps and then put put them, the postage stamps, on their letter. Okay, good. Then they'll drop the letter in the mailbox, which is right over here. So you see they're connected, the son, the mother, and the mailbox. So that right there, that's what I mean by connection. Not he will do this, she will do that, they will do that, they will do that, he will do that. Let's just try to make some connection or some sentences, connect them, and that will help you. Okay? And here we are with will tell. The mother will tell. They'll. Also, let's remember that when we have subject pronouns, they, he, she, we want to use short form. They'll. It's okay to say they will put them, but it's better to use short form, okay? All right, so there you go. That's the first idea. Now let's see what's next. Okay, secondly, perhaps the elderly woman's packaging cost. So we said before that this elderly woman, this boy was helping her with her packages. Looks like that. So the elderly woman's packaging costs will be very expensive. So she'll decide not to send anything. She said, oh no, that's too expensive. So she'll decide, or she won't. We can also say she won't, yes. So she won't send anything. So she'll decide not to send anything. Maybe here we can say to show our knowledge more. That is for negative. She won't send anything. Okay? We can say that, or she, like I had it before, just giving you another idea there. Okay. Then she'll ask the young man to take the packages to her car. Okay, so again over here we want to use more she'll, short form. She'll ask the young man to take the packages to her car. It's not wrong to say she will. Okay, I just want to be clear. Just when we speak, we use more short form. Okay. All right. So again, we connected this one here. We made the connection. Also, things that can happen at the post office or in this situation. So let's look at our final idea here. Lastly, I think the children will open their packages, but they'll get the wrong toys. Okay, so from this part over here, The children were very excited about getting their packages. Okay? But so they're going to open their packages, or they will open their packages, but they'll get the wrong toys. Okay. So what's going to happen? So they're going to be disappointed and start to cry. Okay. Well, that's what children do. They were very excited about getting those packages, but now they'll be very disappointed and start to cry. Okay. So to make them feel better, their father's going to take him to another toy store and buy them another toy. Okay. So their father's going to be very upset that they are crying, right? They are crying. And so to make them feel better, he's going to take him to another toy store. Okay, and tell them, I'll buy you anything here. And he's going to buy them another toy. Okay. Okay. So then everyone, that's another good idea here where we've created another situation. Okay. And I want to say that we could say here, I was gonna say, I was gonna say gonna. I was gonna say gonna. Gonna is very common in North America, particularly in Canada. We usually don't say going to in the long form. We say gonna. And it's okay to use gonna, of course. If you can use gonna, that's great. We don't want to use it all the time though. When we are answering this question, we want to show that we know all the grammatical structures, will and going to. That's why it's better to use both. But also, we can use gonna to show that we know native speaking, okay? Or we know that slang, or we know those expressions, and that's also very good. So let's put in that gonna there to make it sound stronger. Okay, again, we don't need to say gonna, just giving you an example. Okay, everyone, looks like we've built a really good answer here. Okay. All right. Now, what's good about this answer for level 5-6? Well, first thing is the organization. We're very well organized. Okay. Secondly, we've used the grammar that we need to use. Will and going to. Okay. For future predictions, we need to use that. And thirdly, we've created situations. We didn't just say one sentence ideas. He's going to buy something, he's going to do this, she's going to do that, they'll do that, they'll do that, they'll do that. One sentence answers is speaking, it's a low level, okay? And then if we have one sentence answers with mistakes and grammar mistakes, that's even lower. So it's always better to try to create situations like we've done here. And level 6, you should try and do this, okay? Try to connect ideas. Okay, all right. So now let's repeat this answer. Let's repeat it in 1 minute. And in this 1 minute, while I repeat it, let's try to listen for the flow and intonation, okay, everyone? so you can work on developing this fluency. Now, I'm going to be speaking a very slow and clear way, which is what we should try to do. Okay. I think several interesting situations will most likely happen next. Firstly, maybe the mother will tell her son to buy some postage stamps and they'll put them on their letter. Then they'll drop the letter in the mailbox. Secondly, perhaps the elderly woman's packaging costs will be very expensive, so she'll decide not to send anything. Then she'll ask the young man to take the packages to her car. Lastly, I think the children will open their packages, but they'll get the wrong toys. So they're going to be disappointed and start to cry. So, to make them feel better, their father's gonna take them to another toy store and buy them another toy. Okay, so we did that fairly quickly, 50 seconds. So, everyone, to practice, first thing you need to try and do, everyone, is try to read this answer. We need to read it and focus on the structure, focus on the grammar parts, okay? As well as focus on some of the vocabulary. It's not so strong, maybe postage stamps, okay, maybe, but nothing really strong here. And then try to read it all in 1 minute, okay? And the best test for you to see whether you've kept all this information is to say it in 1 minute without reading it. And that will be really good. Not from memory, from your own knowledge. Okay, everyone? Now, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box to this question so you can practice the answer right over here, okay? And, okay, that will be really good practice for you. Also, let's not forget about the CELPIP Library. You want to practice some more? You want to practice lots of questions, lots of different answers for 5, 6, 7 or higher? Then subscribe to the CELPIP Library, okay? It will be worth it. And for that, at the bottom, I'm going to leave a link to purchase a library pass. And right now, with discount code CELPIP79, you can get a 3-month subscription for only $10.99 Canadian. That's a really good deal, everyone. You will benefit from it a lot, okay? Strongly recommend it. Let's not forget, everyone, practice makes perfect.